Hello there, my friend. This is Fred DeFalco. Welcome to the 920 Society's Masterminding Community July 2024 webinar, Embracing the Dance of Life, Time, and Wisdom. Now, we're going to be about 20 minutes. If you don't have that right now, I encourage you to save this link. You're not only going to want to hear what I have to say, you're not only going to want to see what I'm going to show you, but you're going to want to experience it because Twisdomology, here to the left, Twisdomology and the Twisdomology clock is all about experiencing the dance with time and wisdom. So to get the link, send it to yourself now by text or however you want to keep it and come back when you have about 20 minutes to spend with us. So the July webinar, Embracing the Dance of Life, Time and Wisdom. That's what Twisdomology is all about. You'll notice the clock. I took every 5 minutes of the clock. I replaced it with 6 years of living. And when you go around the clock, you'll see days up the top, right over top of years. You'll see hours underneath of that. And when you look at this clock, it's not to stress you out. It's just the opposite. And you're going to see that when I go through this presentation, how you're going to get so much more out of your time. This is not a time management course. This is about priorities. This is all about your life. This is about you and how we get the most out of every second of our life. You know, Twisdomology teaches anything and everything in the world changes when you change how you see and believe. You cannot see anything the way it truly is. You only see things the way you are and how you see yourself and the world. You know, there is no such thing called The Secret. Now, Rhonda Burns wrote a phenomenal bestseller, a movie, and oh my gosh, it's such a great book and a lot of truth to it. But there really is no The Secret. You are the secret. And Twisdomology goes, much further than The Secret. It's all about you and how do you tap that uniqueness that you have, that wisdom that's inside you, time and wisdom when it came together. Because it's different for every single living human being. 8 billion of us sharing this planet all have a different thumbprint. We all have a different DNA. And guess what? We all have a different soul intelligence. We also have a different wisdom that is going on in our lives with our experiences and time. So there is no The Secret. You are the secret. And that is what this presentation is all about. Let me share with you the preface of the book, Twisdomology, that's going to be coming out in the last quarter here of 2024. Imagine living a life where every moment of your life is infused with purpose, clarity, peace, and profound wisdom, absent of conflicts, crisis, and confusion. A life where time, money, or circumstances are of no issue to you or in fulfilling your desires. Living in peace and harmony with yourself and all others with an inner peace so strong nothing shakes you up or stresses you out. This is not a fantasy. It is the promise of Twisdomology. In a world where daily stresses, personal struggles, and chaos seem to consume us, and true happiness, success, and salvation seem to elude us, understanding the power of Twisdom, time and wisdom honored, embraced, and in sync becomes not just beneficial, but essential. Wisdom is the missing link in our knowledge, intelligence, and worldviews. Wisdom is pure SI, soul intelligence, an inside out job. This quote here, take this quote in. Wisdom did not send us into time to be changed by anything, anyone, or any experience, but to change everything and everyone with every experience we encounter during our time granted us. That's what Twisdomology is all about. July 19, 2024 was 200 days since January 1st, 2024. It's interesting. Today is much later, July 21st, I think it is. And this was done and finished and ready to be published on the 19th, but Twisdom wouldn't allow me to publish it. I had a session with one of my clients yesterday. Oh my gosh, she changed the entire presentation. She didn't even see it, but just from what she was experiencing at that given time. So Twisdom is always at work for you and with you. Life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. But just think about this. I want to get you thinking this way with time. In 200 days for 2024, you've had 4,800 hours so far, 288,000 minutes, and 17,280 seconds. Now, remember the preface. This is not a fantasy. This is reality, that every single one of them, there's millions of these seconds. And you have not realized, I didn't realize it until I was between 62 and 63 years old. I'm 70 years old. So I've committed my life to Twisdomology to help people find this at 6 o'clock on their Twisdom clock, which would be 36 years old, or even sooner. I'm doing this for my grandchildren. I'm hoping that at 12 years old or 15, right? 3 p.m. on the Twisdom clock, or just before 3 p.m. What is 3 p.m.? Yeah, it's 18, before 18, 3 p.m. that they get this. But, in 2024, there's been millions of unseen, unexamined, unexperienced, and not exercised Twisdom moments and opportunities going on for you. But we miss them because of our programming. We miss them because we're not in tune with the clock. We're not in tune with time. We're not in tune with time and wisdom working itself out and working out everything for us. So that's amazing when you think about 17,280,000 seconds. Now, I said this is all about you. Let's first of all talk about just us, the miracle that we really are just physically when you think about it. In 200 days, your heart is beating approximately 20 million times. This constant rhythm is a reminder of the wonder of your physical existence. Now, go back 17,280,000 seconds in 2024, 20 million times your heart has beaten, thereabouts, depending upon your heart rate. This constant rhythm is a reminder of the wonder of your physical existence. Now, what I want to do and what Twisdom does is get you to that wonder of your soul existence and who you truly are, not who you made up, not the made up you, not the programmed you, not the ones that your parents made or your religion made or your schooling or your education made or didn't make. This is all about the real you. Just like, everyone has a different heart. Our thumbprint, our DNA, as I already said, is so unique. Well, your soul is unique as well, just as unique. So Twisdomology and this idea of embracing the dance of life, embracing time and your wisdom is every second, each beat, it is a chance to uncover your true wisdom, your soul intelligence, and your soul insanity, who you truly are. We need to learn to quit trying to control the clock, control other people, control time, control circumstances, control how I'm feeling. There's a pill for that. There's a drink for that. There's a smoke for that. We don't need that. We don't need substances. This is all about becoming a person of substance to realize what the soul is. Now, I enjoy my glasses of wine. I'm not saying that that's not wise. Again, it's all unique to you but I'm just saying that the overall existence, your time is all 20 or 17 million seconds that you experience in 2024 can be what I described in the preface of Twisdomology. And if not all 17 million of them, can you imagine if half of those, 8.5 million were filled with what I read in the preface? And it's possible with Twisdomology, really embracing the clock, embracing time, and stop fighting and stop trying to control everything. No control is all control and controlling all things. Now, time and wisdom. You need to seek wisdom because you are wisdom. We're seeking this and seeking that. We're seeking for contentment here. We're seeking for contentment there. We're seeking in so many places, but all in the wrong places. We got to go within because we truly are wisdom. We came from wisdom. We are wisdom. We're going back to wisdom one day when we're finished with this thing called time that wisdom sent us to. You need to seek wisdom because you are wisdom. Take time, you got to unlearn. You notice that. Take time, unlearn to discover what's holding you back. Twisdomology reveals our true selves. Your sanity, success, salvation, and happiness are guaranteed, and it's all within. Life is a big setup, and you're set up to win. I promise you, you've been set up. Now we think we've been set up for aggravation and sadness and all these things that we think that happen to us. Nothing has happened to you. Nothing. It's all happened for you when you embrace time and wisdom. You may already be reacting to some things I'm saying because you've been through such horrible things, myself included. But the more you embrace time and wisdom and understand how it works, the more you will realize, going back to this, here, wisdom did not send us into time to be changed by anything, anyone, or any experience, but to change everything and everyone with every experience we encounter during our time granted us. We are a wonder, and we have that soul that is just crying out for sanity. We need to learn to trust the journey, the dance, the music. You may not like the music. There's some music being played in my life right now. I'm not crazy about the music, but I keep changing my dance steps to match the music. And then I start realizing, oh my gosh, everything from just little things like the postponement of me getting this webinar, just ready to publish it. Now, there was something in me that says, nah, it's not time. And I just relaxed and I took a breath. And then I got frustrated with myself. I said, you're never satisfied with, what, it doesn't have to be perfect, and I was fighting with myself, just like the guy on the clock here. That's not what wisdom is all about. Wisdom is just letting go and understanding, to trust the journey, go with the flow. And then yesterday morning, when I had that session and some other things come out, I said, oh my gosh, wisdom, I'm so sorry. Time and wisdom. I've wasted so many of my seconds being frustrated with myself. Now I get it. And so, we are wisdom. We came from wisdom, and we're going to be returning to wisdom once we leave time behind. I have to admit, I said I didn't understand this or get this until I was between 62 and 63 years old, how this really works. And I got to tell you that for 35 years of my life, if I would have heard myself speaking, if I would have met me, the me today, and if I would have been listening to this, I would have judged myself as a heretic. I would have judged this as heresy. So, be careful to what you embrace sometimes, because you need to trust time and wisdom. We need to trust the source. We need to trust, we didn't have time at one point. We're not going to have time again at another point. So you got to believe that there's in time, right? And then there's something bigger than just us, this wisdom that exists. Reflect on these last 200 days with gratitude for the abundance of time and wisdom. No regrets, just forgiveness and gratitude. If I can help you learn just to live with those two things, forgiveness and gratitude, those 17 million seconds that you've spent in 2024 so far, so many more of those would have been so much more full of life, full of abundance, full of things that are happening, full of things that are going your way, things that are all the things that I mentioned in the preface. Those two things will get you all that: forgiveness and gratitude, instead of living with any regret, any regret. Twisdom teaches any and all things are there to learn from. All things. And most of the things are our self-creation. So we need to learn, how to change our creations. So, and these three things are it's magical once you really embrace these three items: internalizing, externalizing, and eternalizing, and the difference in them. I have here, stop internalizing and externalizing. You may say, well, wait a minute, Fred, I just spent $350 on a seminar with Tony Robbins, and he's teaching me to internalize my goals, internalize what now I'm not talking about that internalization. I believe that. I really do. And Tony Robbins is the guru. I love Tony. But this is the different internalizing, where you internalize everything that happens to you, everything that's happened into your life. That's where the regrets come from, where you are always living in the past and with regrets and thinking that something's happened to you instead of happening for you. Stop internalizing anything. And you got to stop this externalizing that we all are so guilty of. As soon as I get this, things are going to change for me on the inside. As soon as I acquire this, as soon as I get more of this, as soon as I get rid of this, then things are going to be different. As soon as I get this, things are going to be different. It's always what's going on out there that's going to change in here. And that's not wisdom. That's not really understanding what time and wisdom is all about. You need to stop internalizing and externalizing everything. Remember, no control is all control. So stop internalizing, externalizing your happiness. It's all from within. Embrace the eternal truth that we are eternal souls. Wisdom from wisdom itself, not just bodies. Now, it doesn't bother me one bit whether you're atheist or agnostic and you believe that all there is to life is just this life. That's fine. But these principles I'm talking about still will cause you to have a much different life and to take those 17 million seconds in just 9 months, 7 months of the year, and really have a different experience altogether. So you need to eternalize everything. A lot of my friends and client coaching clients, they chuckle. They say, "I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say." And some of them have accused me of being ill. They said, Fred, you're sick with that. You're always talking about time and you know that 50 years ago, what did it matter? 50 years from now, when one of my clients, if they're 50 and they're so stressed out and things are getting to them or their experiences that they're going through in their life, I do have to get them to stop and think, 55 years ago, how much did this bother you? 55 years from now, how much is this going to bother you? It's not. So a lot of what we make up is it's illusion. It's delusion and illusion that we deal with so many times when we come to circumstances and things going on in our life. So stop the internalization and externalization of your happiness, and it's all there within. Eternalize every circumstance, every situation. And your successes. How many times have you thought, once I get here and you got to the top of that ladder? I've been to so many tops of the ladders, corporately, entrepreneurially, wealth, and at the very top, once I get to that top, oh my gosh, the experience that's going to happen and the angels are going to be singing, and just to find the opposite. So Twisdomology is all about, you know, an abundance mentality, seeing time as an infinite resource to uncover our true value, our true purpose, vision, and wisdom that's within. Because, if any of the three P's would do it, positions and power and possessions would satisfy the soul, we would have no more people that are very wealthy do crazy things that they do sometimes. So Twisdom in action is all about this abundance mentality of seeing time and as an infinite resource that gives us that true value, purpose, vision, and wisdom for our life and who we truly are and what we are here for. Um, and if not now, when? If not now, when? Embrace Twisdomology today and start your journey to uncover your true self, your true power, your true purpose, and true fulfillment. And I'm going back to that preface. It is not a dream only. It is a reality that you can live the majority of your seconds in that kind of mindset, that will set, and develop the skill set to make sure that that's the way that you live. I want to thank you for coming and joining me on this journey. And I want to help you and guide you to a life of sanity of soul, sanity of success, and sanity of salvation. Those three. Because no matter how good it is on the outside, if it's not good on the inside, we know the outside doesn't really satisfy that much. So it's that sanity of soul, number one. Number two, sanity of success. Stop obsessing over success. If you think I'm working, I'm going to get there, I'm going to get there, or I'm going to rule the body, and you're so obsessed with it. Stop it. Success is automatic. You are success. You don't achieve success. And you don't really achieve true success and satisfactory success until you realize you are success already, no matter what happens, whether the bank account goes way, 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 way up into the multimillionaire status, or whether it goes way, 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 way down into the negative red status, that it affects you no way, which way whatsoever. That's sanity of success, is that to realize you still are the success no matter what. And then sanity of salvation. So many of us, and myself included, for 35 years, I thought salvation was of another world. I didn't realize, I didn't embrace, I didn't understand that wisdom was trying to show me, and time was showing me, and all the wisdom of so many other people, that salvation is of this life. It's saving my friend from maybe a divorce, or saving them from a relationship, or saving them from not divorcing, maybe. Salvation, saving someone from a financial disaster. And that, remember the definition. Let me go back to the quote. It's so important, this quote. Wisdom did not send us into time to be changed by anything, anyone, or any experience, but to change everything and everyone with every experience we encounter during our time granted us. That is salvation. That is sanity of salvation, is that every experience that I've gone through is to be able to help others and save them from having to go through it. And that's why I've committed myself in my life to Twisdomology. Embracing the dance of time and wisdom. The 920 Society, as I said, I formed that because not everyone can afford personal coaching and consulting and, one-on-one coach. But I created this community. It's just getting started, so that engagement's not anywhere near where I'm looking for it to be or where I want it to be. I'm looking for 9,200,000 other Twisdomologists that really get this, understand it. I'm looking for those that help people, no matter whether it's in business and what you do for a living. Read the about section. Not, I think out of 1,020 people we have in there now, only 2 or 3, no more than that, maybe 4 or 5, have done what I suggest. Take 1 minute, introduce yourself on a video, tell us what you do, how you help. And it's just an opportunity, if you, especially if you're a business person, and or if you ever want to start a business. And I'm working with people overseas right now, where we are providing some financial support and some marketing support to help them get going, because the 920 Society is all about societal transformation. First self-transformation, then societal transformation. So come in and join us. I'm glad you stopped by for the webinar here. Go to defalco.com. There's a link there for the 920 Society. It's a community on Facebook. Hopefully you're in Facebook. If not, connect with me, and would be glad to be able to help you and assist you in any way that I can. I'm just so excited about the 920 Society and that community. And come on in and bring in what you can offer, or come in and get what you need. We're here for you. So thank you for stopping by for this webinar, and I appreciate you more than you can imagine. Hopefully, I'll get to meet you and see you in the 920 Society. Thanks. Bye-bye.